Tornadoes are nature's most violent storms. Spawned from powerful thunderstorms, tornadoes can cause fatalities and devastate a neighborhood in seconds. A tornado appears as a rotating, funnel-shaped cloud that extends from a thunderstorm to the ground with whirling winds that can reach 300 miles per hour. Here are some potentially life-saving tips on what to do before, during, and after a tornado strikes. Friends, today's video we are going to know: what is a tornado? Why is it? Where is more? What is the way to survive? You have to watch the entire video carefully to experience the terrifying form of tornado. So let's start the video. We already know what a tornado is. So now we will know how tornadoes are made. Air filled with hot water vapor from the sea enters the plains and gradually rises upwards. At some point it is exposed to cold air, and from that vertical cloud is formed. The vertical cloud increases in height, and at some point the cloud breaks up to form a cyclone. The process of tornado formation is almost the same. However, in this case, due to the complexity of the airflow, vortices are formed inside the long vertical cloud. The vortex descends in the form of a narrow funnel, looks like an elephant's trunk near the ground. And upon touching the ground, the giant swirling funnel draws everything towards its center. As a result, the rotating funnel leaves a signature of destruction in the area it passes through. Which cloud clusters will eventually transform into tornadoes is still unknown to meteorologists. What time of year do tornadoes occur? From the end of winter to the beginning of the rainy season, tornadoes strike more often. How long do tornadoes last? From a few seconds to an hour, but most of them last for 10 minutes. Shape of tornado. Most tornadoes look like a narrow funnel spread several hundred meters by a small cloud of debris near the surface. However, tornadoes can be of different sizes and shapes. Small tornado. Relatively weak earthquakes are only visible at the surface as a small cloud of dust. Although the condensation funnel may not extend to land at times, if wind speeds exceed 40 miles per hour or 64 kilometers per hour, the rotation is considered a tornado. Large single-vortex tornadoes look like a wedge of land. That is why they are called wedge tornadoes. These wedge-shaped tornadoes are so wide that only the thick, dark cloud stacks are visible, extending far beyond the cloud's distance from the surface. Because of this, even experienced meteorologists often struggle to distinguish between low-hanging clouds and wedge-shaped tornadoes from a distance. In the exhausted stage, tornadoes look like narrow tubes or ropes and often bend and take complex shapes. This is called roping out, where tornadoes become rope tornadoes. Multi-vortex tornadoes look like numerous vortices revolving around a specific center, or take the form of a funnel completely covered by condensation, dust, and debris. Apart from these shapes, due to rain and dust, the shape of tornado is often not understood. These tornadoes are very dangerous, as even experienced meteorologists often fail to detect them. Why is the damage so high in tornadoes? Vertical cloud vortices form a funnel shape and come very close to the ground. Whatever falls into that funnel, everything is blown away by the storm. The storm can also lift a train compartment off the line and throw it several kilometers away. A strong tornado can tear down a multi-story building into a mere iron structure. Where in the world where there are more tornadoes? West Bengal, India, Bangladesh, and the Gulf of Mexico area in America. Oklahoma falls within this area. How is tornado strength measured? The strength of a tornado is measured by how much damage it does. In 1971, Theodore Fujita developed an F scale. The destructive power of a tornado is rated on an F scale of 1 to 5. A 5 on the F scale is the strongest tornado. What kind of sound does a tornado make when it approaches? Much like the sound made when a train approaches, sometimes the sound of waterfall is also heard. When and where was the strongest tornado? April 26, 1989, in Bangladesh, 1,300 people died in Manikganj district. Is it possible to predict tornadoes? Doppler radar shows how clouds form. based on that warning message is issued. Tornado family. Sometimes a single tornado spawns multiple tornadoes and mesocyclones. When a separate tornado develops from a separate mesocyclone, the process is called cyclic tornadogenesis. Tornadoes that originate from the same tornado are called tornado families. Sometimes several tornadoes form together from a separate mesocyclone, and in some cases, older tornadoes merge with newly formed tornadoes. What precautions should be taken? It is safest to take shelter in an underground shelter at home. Staying in the car is absolutely not a good idea. Friends, this is today's video about tornado. I hope you enjoy it and learn something important about tornadoes. See you later in a new video on a different topic. Until then, be well, stay healthy. Goodbye.